There's a hidden herb growing in the misty mountains of Asia. For centuries, it was known only to villagers and monks. But now, science is finally catching up, and the results are shocking. It's called Jiaogulan, also known as the Immortality. Herb. In this video, we'll explore the ancient origins of this legendary plant and why it's making waves in the natural health world. And stay with me, because in part 2, we'll dive deep into how this herb may literally slow down aging at the cellular level. But first, let's go back in time to where it all began. The origin and history of Jiaogulan. Jiaogulan, or by its scientific name, Gynostema pentaphyllum, isn't your average plant. It grows wild in the mountain regions of southern China, northern Thailand, and parts of Japan, but it wasn't always famous. In fact, for centuries, it was considered just another wild vine. That all changed in the 1970s, when Chinese researchers were trying to find natural sweeteners and stumbled upon this plant. And what they discovered blew their minds. They found that people in the Guizhou province, one of China's poorest and most rugged regions, were living significantly longer than the national average. We're talking 90s, 100s, with surprisingly low rates of cancer, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The link? Most of them drank Jiaogulan tea every single day. This sparked a wave of scientific curiosity. Was it coincidence? Or was this humble climbing vine holding the secret to natural longevity? Today, more and more people are turning to this powerful plant to explore Jiaogulan benefits for longevity, a concept rooted in ancient tradition and now backed by emerging research. In traditional Chinese medicine, Jiaogulan was called Jinkao, the herb of immortality. It wasn't just taken to heal disease, it was taken to prevent it entirely. Taoist monks even used it in their meditation rituals, believing it increased life force, or qi. Think of it like this. While the Western world was busy inventing pills, some villages in the East were sipping on a tea that may have helped them live longer and better. But this is just the beginning. Because what science found next about Jiaogulan's chemical makeup, especially its antioxidant levels, might be even more impressive than its ancient reputation. And we'll get into that right now. What makes Jiaogulan special? So what exactly makes Jiaogulan so special? Why are researchers calling it southern ginseng, and in some cases, even saying it might be more powerful than the original? Jiaogulan contains compounds called gypinosides. These are saponins, plant chemicals that are also found in ginseng. But here's the wild part. While ginseng has around 30 different saponins, Jiaogulan has over 80. That's right, more than double. Think of it like this. If ginseng is like powerful sports car, Jiaogulan is a full-on electric supercar loaded with extras. In a study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, researchers found that gypinosides in Jiaogulan showed significant antioxidant activity, helping neutralize free radicals, the unstable molecules that damage our cells. Over time, I will leave the links to all the studies cited in the first comment. Antioxidants are like shields for your body. Every day, your cells are under attack from stress, pollution, and toxins. Jiaogulan acts like a cellular bodyguard, reducing the damage before it takes its toll. In traditional Chinese herbalism, Jiaogulan was believed to restore balance, both physically and emotionally. It's often classified as an adaptogen, which means it helps the body adapt to stress, whether physical, emotional, or even environmental. And this adaptogenic effect? It goes even deeper when we look at what Jiaogulan does inside your cells. But we'll save that for part 2 of this series. Trust me, you'll want to see it. Heart health and longevity. But let's talk about the real game changer, what Jiaogulan may do for your heart and your overall longevity. Several studies have shown that Jiaogulan may help reduce LDL cholesterol. That's the bad cholesterol, while increasing HDL, the good one. It's also been observed to help regulate blood pressure, thanks to its ability to improve circulation and relax blood vessels. In 2016, A study published in Phytomedicine found that gypanoscides could reduce lipid levels and improve arterial function in patients with metabolic syndrome. Imagine your heart and blood vessels as plumbing in your house. Over time, buildup clogs the system, pressure rises, and things get risky. Jiaogulan works like a natural drain cleaner, gently clearing the gunk and easing the flow. Healthy blood flow and low oxidative stress, that's the combo that helps cells thrive longer and age more slowly. That's why so many now believe in Jiaogulan benefits for longevity, not just living longer but aging better. In one animal study, rats given Jiaogulan lived up to 20% longer than the control group. Now, rats aren't people, but when it comes to anti-aging research, that's a pretty big deal. So, we're not just talking about feeling better in the short term. We're talking about supporting your heart, your energy, and maybe even your lifespan. Celebrities and real stories. All right, let's step out of the lab for a second and into the real world. One of the most famous advocates of Jiaogulan is the legendary Chinese martial artist and actor Jackie Chan. It's been reported that he drinks Jiaogulan tea regularly as part of his wellness routine, especially during physically demanding filming schedules. Not confirmed by official sources, but mentioned em várias entrevistas em portais asiáticos e fóruns de medicina tradicional. Some Olympic coaches in China reportedly encourage their athletes to use Jiaogulan tea before training sessions, citing improved stamina, reduced fatigue, and better recovery. I mean, if it's good enough for monks, martial artists, and medalists, it might be worth considering, right? Online forums are full of testimonials. People who swapped their morning coffee for Jiaogulan tea and reported calmer energy, better focus, and fewer crashes. One Reddit user even called it nature's cleanest pre-workout. Not bad for a vine that grows on mountain rocks. Surprising facts. Time for some fun facts that'll blow your mind about Jiaogulan. Stuff you probably won't hear on TikTok. In Japan, Jiaogulan is known as amachazuru, which literally means sweet vine tea. But here's the kicker. It's also nicknamed the tea of immortality in certain rural areas where unusually high numbers of centenarians have been documented. Coincidence? In lab studies with rats, researchers found that Jiaogulan extended their lifespan by up to 20%. Now I get it, rats aren't humans. But in the world of anti-aging research, that's not just interesting, that's eye-popping. And get this. In traditional Chinese medicine, Jiaogulan is often called poor man's ginseng. Why? Because it's cheaper, easier to grow, and, according to some herbalists, just as powerful. Some even argue it's more versatile because of its higher variety of active compounds. So while most people are still chasing the next superfood fad, Jiaogulan's been quietly killing it for centuries. Now an important message. So, is Jiaogulan the real deal? Ancient monks believed it could help you live longer. Science is starting to agree, but this was just the beginning. In part 2 of this series, we'll break down exactly how Jiaogulan affects your mitochondria, the tiny engines inside your cells, and why some researchers are calling it an anti-aging breakthrough. Then, in part 3, we'll show you how to actually use it in your daily life, the right way. So don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and go watch the next video in the series. And check it out, I've created a complete ebook with the main ways to achieve super health, full of natural tools to increase your energy, immunity, and focus. The link is in the first pinned comment and is available with a special offer. Take advantage. And of course, this video is for informational purposes only. It doesn't replace medical advice. Always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement or herb, especially if you're on medication. Nature gave us a gift hidden in the mountains. Now it's your turn to explore what it can do for you.